But yeah, man, other shit that I be thinking about is like what they used to call that shit back in the day. Witch hunting. You watch them old movies, old westerns, old TV shows, or just read history books, man. And it's like one thing that was prominent in every damn near almost every civilization, every culture, was basically, I'm gonna call it witch hunting. It probably got another name for it. I can't think of it right now. But you know what I'm saying? What I'm talking about is when a person make a mistake or get accused of doing something, whether they did it or not, and the whole town and the whole mob, you know what I'm saying, gunning at, chasing them people down, burning them, just depending on the culture of the people. Some would hang the people, some would burn the people, some would just outright kill and beat the people, stone the people to death, all that kind of stuff like that. And you can even go to the extent to go to the Bible when they tried to stone that lady to death, and Jesus was like, he without sin cast the first stone. You know what I'm saying? And so what I be seeing a lot of right now, especially with this trucking industry, you had the guy that killed the family of 3, I'm trying to make that U-turn. And but we done had like maybe about 3 or 4 bad situations with dudes doing some careless acts, you know what I'm saying, or not, just doing stuff they ain't supposed to be doing. So now they in a situation of suffering the consequences of their actions, that's just life. It is what it is. But my thing is the unnecessary witch hunting that's going on. You know what I'm saying? And the majority of the shit is really political. You know what I'm saying? And them people don't really give a fuck about the safety of the road. You know what I'm saying? Them people don't really give a fuck about how they don't really give a fuck. Only reason people really making a big deal about this is because either they building up for next year, trying to get them votes, you know what I'm saying? So they trying to get a good look, you know what I'm saying? Or they I tried to get this on 3 minutes, but I don't care. They trying to get a good look. But yeah, so it's like, man, them folks really don't care, bro. Like on the cool. Like the federal government, the FMCA, all them people, they don't care nothing about how safe these roads are, bro. If they really cared, it's a whole lot of stuff that they would do if they really cared. But right now, it's about playing the blame game and actually witch hunt, chasing people down, you know what I'm saying? Back in the day when you seen situations or scenarios where, people be going on a witch hunt for whatever reasons, you know what I'm saying? It was always the person who was spearheading the whole thing, was leading the whole thing. It was the motherfucker had something to gain. Whether he trying to gain the trust of the people or gain, you know what I'm saying, some type of following of the people. So he trying to highlight or blow up a situation and into something more than what it is, you know what I'm saying, or false accuse somebody in a lot of situations, or just if it is the person really did do it, they may blow it up bigger to you know what I'm saying, to drive more people. And the whole point and purpose is to drive the people. Is somebody that's pushing the situation or trying to motivate the people, you know what I'm saying, to blow this situation up. Somebody is benefiting from it. You know what I'm saying? And anytime the government get involved in a situation where they pushing it, where they pushing a scenario, somebody is working on something. Like they either trying to get a vote, they trying to push a bill, they trying to push a law, they trying to get a raise, get promotion. They not doing it for nothing. This happen on the road all the time. You know what I'm saying? And they just happen to blow this one up. You know what I'm saying? And to the extent that they blowing it up, and so the part about the witch hunt is like we gotta be careful about joining the mob when it comes to a witch hunt. And what I'm getting to is a lot of people. So you had that situation. The guy happened to be a foreigner. I'm gonna say a foreigner because I don't know his actual race. I don't know his actual race, so I don't want to say nothing that's wrong. I don't want to say the wrong thing. So he's a foreigner, and you done had a couple of wrecks here recently with foreigners. It do be a lot going on with foreigners, but it ain't all of them. So now all these truck drivers are joining the mob, and basically whatever the FMCA and the federal government be saying about these illegal immigrants and about these people, they all, you know what I'm saying, riled up with it. And you know what I'm saying, oh, these foreigners, we need to get them out these trucks and all this other kind of stuff like that. And I ain't joining that mob, man. I'm not joining that mob. I'm not finna be a part of that, because imagine, it's easy to point the finger. It's easy to join the mob. It's easy it's just easy to join the mob. It's easy to join the crowd. It's easy to be one of the sheep in the crowd following somebody, because it ain't you. It ain't you. It ain't your family. It's you're not the one having to deal with it. It's easy to point fingers, throw stones, and all that kind of stuff when it's on the other foot. You know what I'm saying? When it's somebody else that made the mistake. You can't tell me, I'm basically with the trucking industry, you can't tell me that you a driver and you never made a mistake that could have potentially cost people their life. You can't tell me that you haven't. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, but everybody gonna act like they the most safest drivers out here. I'm driving every day. I'm driving. I see drivers doing dumb shit and making mistakes. Black, white, brown, foreigner, Korean, old, young, all that kind of stuff. I see it all the time. I done even made mistakes here and there, but thank the Lord that it didn't turn into nothing worse than whatever it was. You know what I'm saying? It might have just been a close call. It's like, who, you know what I'm saying? Wait, man, I'm on my bed. You know what I'm saying? I ain't see you. Or whatever the case may be. But, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that when people do certain shit that's negligent, or they just outright breaking the law, I'm not saying that they shouldn't, you know what I'm saying, be held accountable for it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that. They should definitely be held accountable for it. I'm not saying that motherfuckers should be lenient or nothing. I'm not saying none of that. I'm specifically talking about people joining the witch hunt. Because now you got all these people making all these posts and all these memes about Indian drivers. And this dude I don't even think he Indian. But they keep alluding to Indian people. So what, he's something else, not Indian, but you saying, oh, we need to get all these Indian people out of these trucks. And so then it's a situation of we need to get all these people with these turbans out of these trucks. Then it turned into we need to get all these Muslims out of these trucks. It turns into all this stuff. And the crazy part about it, black people join the mob. The last motherfuckers on earth that need to be joining the goddamn witch hunt mob is goddamn black people. As many times as we've been hunted, what the fuck we look like joining in with them folks while they trying to persecute and hang somebody else? While they trying to persecute and hang another culture of people? You know what I'm saying? We gonna mind our business, then we gonna mind our business. You know what I'm saying? And you know, and stay out the mix. I'm not finna join the mob of my oppressors to oppress another group of people? That's crazy. Imagine you sitting up there, imagine you a person working, whatever your field of work is, and you do your job correctly every day. You know what I'm saying? Just because of the situation that's going on, you a legal citizen, you doing everything that you're supposed to do, whatever case may be, or you know what I'm saying, whatever's going on, like even if you got some type of work visa or citizen, you're doing everything you're supposed to be doing. But because another motherfucker that you don't know fuck up, now you out of a goddamn job or out of a career, or your business is shut down because of a mistake that somebody else made that you have no connection to. But because y'all favoring features, y'all look like y'all the same race, y'all look like y'all the same color. So since y'all favoring feature, you being persecuted along with that person. So you got people out here that's providing for their family, and one day they provide for their family, everything fine. The next day it's taken away. You know what I'm saying? Just because of how they look or how they talk or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, and so, yeah, I agree. Like, I agree that if you can't speak English, if you can't read English, if you can't understand these signs that we have out here, then yeah, you shouldn't be driving. Yeah, you shouldn't have a CDL. But you got a lot of people who they just getting pulled up because hey, look. And you got black people over here like, oh, we get them all up out the all this other kind of shit like that. Like we over here joining these folks that do the same shit to us in other scenarios. I'm not jumping on that boat. I'm not joining that mob. I'm not joining that group. I am not finna go and witch hunt another person or another group of people just because of how they look or just because of how they talk. That ain't got shit to do with me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna do it. I'm not finna sit up there and say that if one fuck up, they all fucked up. You know, they do that shit to us. So how do we gonna turn around and do the same thing to somebody else? Man, y'all out y'all motherfucking minds, bro. I don't know why y'all always jumping on the bandwagon with them motherfucking folks. Y'all know them motherfucking folks, and I'm talking about motherfucking white folks. Y'all know them motherfucking folks don't give a fuck about us. You know what I'm saying? And so why in the fuck when it comes time for them to be looking, we did the same thing with 9/11. When 9/11 happened. And the attention was out for black people. You know what I'm saying? They fucking with every person that they feel like or believe or look like a Muslim and all that kind of stuff like that. And black people over here thinking the shit funny and going along with the shit and doing the same thing. Then when all that shit go down, what they turn around and do? Go back to shooting uninnocent young black men. You know what I'm saying? Unjustified killings and murders of unblack men by law enforcement. Innocent people being jailed, dudes being mistreated, and all that kind of stuff. But you know, but for like the 5 to 10 years that they was focused on the Muslims, you know what I'm saying? Niggas thought that shit was good. You know what I'm saying? And so that's all I'm talking about. I am not joining the mob. You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna join the mob to persecute people that I know nothing about. It's like I don't know that man's ethnicity. I don't know his race. I don't know his religion. I don't know nothing about that man. But I'm saying now, so I'm not finna sit up there and look at and co-sign with these people and be like, yeah, we need to get rid of all these people. You know what I'm saying? There's some white folks we need to get rid of before we get rid of anybody else. And that's for shit show. Especially in this goddamn trucking industry. There's some white folks we need to get rid of. You know what I'm saying? But it just is what it is. You know, it's you know what I'm saying? Shit go on both sides, man. It's like you can't sit up there and point the finger at one group of people. And you damn sure can't join the bandwagon of the people that's persecuting you. Them folks love witch hunting. They love to single out people and blame them for everything. You know what I'm saying? And put the blame on them, even shit that ain't their fault. They love to do that type of shit. They love to falsely accuse people. What the hell we look like jumping and following that shit, bro? That don't even make no sense. It's like, I don't know what you niggas be on, bro. Them motherfucking white folks ain't fucking with you for 2 seconds and y'all forget. Y'all forget every motherfucking thing. That's crazy. Y'all just some trained, slave-minded motherfuckers if you ask me. That's just my opinion about it.